What's up guys, BroCam here, and today I got a special treat. Again, I'm doing an unboxing for the Alpha Antenna HexTenna. Currently retailing for $600. It is a kit that has, well, we can open it up and see what's in there, but it is a 10 through 20 vertical dipole kit. It's also a 2 through 40 a 2 through 40 dipole kit and a 10 through 20 vertical kit. You can also do 220 and 440 on the vertical. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what all we get. Also, a big thank you to Alpha for sending this for me to check out. I'm an affiliate with them, and I said, hey, this is a really cool looking antenna. I'd love to take it out, and they went ahead and sent me one so I can show it to you guys. All right, with the box open, we get some packing material, and then, oh man, look at this. Hold on, I got a strap in my truck that's making this a problem. Oh my goodness. This is a surveyor's tripod, and it looks like they've got a nice little adapter on here. I'm sure that is the standard threading, 10 by 24. Has a nice nylon strap down here to keep it all closed. Also a nice carry strap. It's adjustable. Looks like you can adjust the height. Got their branding on it. Looks really nice. Okay. Let me say, I know that this part right here, this is machine. This looks like a machined aluminum, maybe, or maybe machined stainless or something. But that looks like that's not a cheap part, that's for sure. Okay, what else do we got in here? And then we've got this bag, and I'm going to assume that this is all of the elements, and maybe, I don't know. I feel like there's some wire in there. Let's dig into what's in this. So included in the bag, we get our two, I believe these are the 17 whips, the stainless steel whips. And we get, not exactly sure what this is for. I'm sure I'll figure it out. It's clearly a vertical mount to threaded adapter. We get our nice HexTenna hub here, which allows us to do vertical or dipole configurations. We get a bag of instructions. We have this little reference card here that tells us the optional configurations. And also, if you look on the back, it's a little cheat sheet of where you should set for each band. So that's really actually nice to have. Also in here we have a counterpoise wire, and we have a couple ground stakes. So let's go ahead and set this up and see what it looks like. All right, let's go ahead and set this up in a vertical configuration. And there we go, that's the vertical configuration. It's pretty easy. All you gotta do is hook up your coax. Gotta run your counterpoise. But that's fairly easy to deal with. I'd say that's the main body of it. And One thing I'm going to note is that when I go to set this up and actually use it for the first time, I'm going to actually measure out each length of the whip, so I know about how long I need to pull out to achieve what they're stating here. So let's go ahead and switch it to a dipole configuration. That's the dipole configuration. I gotta actually measure. I've also, it's a little off kilter. I gotta measure it and see how long to make each element, but I feel like once you know how to do it, you can get pretty quick with this. Let me go ahead and hook up my Nano VNA and see if I can see exactly where I'm resonant at right now. All right, well, that's actually not that bad. Just from eyeballing it, you're not gonna be able to see that. But that is, I'm square on 16,223. Which obviously I think I need to come a little bit out wider, but just from eyeballing it, that's not too bad. Let's see if I can walk it in a bit more. Sorry, I should have said the goal is I'm trying to get on 20. All right, I'm much closer now. I'm on 14,725. Let's go ahead and just go a little bit longer. That looks pretty even. Using my extremely accurate hand measurements. Hey, there we go. Now I could actually push this up a bit more. I am at 1.1 SWR, 14.126 megahertz, and then, whoops, 14.426, I'm at 1.5 SWR, and at 13.827, I'm at 1.3. So I've got the entire 20 meter under almost under 1.5 SWR. If I could get my VNA to scooch down a little bit, I might be there. So that's pretty good. What time is it? Let's go ahead and hook up the radio and see if I can make a contact. All right. It's really cold to stay out here, but
20 meters to CQ 20 meters.
Kilo 8 Alpha Romeo Hotel.
Alpha Romeo Hotel. I've got you 5 and 5 here in South Florida here, Andrew, or is it you rather go by Brocam?
You call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Hey, what was your call? I got you about a 5-5 here in Ohio, Oscar Hotel.
Roger that, Andrew. I prefer to call you Andrew instead of Brocam. I appreciate Andrew better. Yeah, we're down in South Florida. The call sign here is Kilo 8, November, Whiskey, November. We're down in South Florida.
Roger, I got you. Michael in South Florida? QSL? Oh no, the bands just completely fall off?
20 meters just dropped right on off there, Andrew. I lost everything you were saying there. I don't know what happened. 20 meters just completely dropped out.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I just want to make sure I got your call sign right. Is it Michael, Kilo 8, November, Whiskey, November?
I just picked up a large amount of static here. I would say QRM, just a large amount of static, and it just completely covered you up. It's over 5 and 5 on your call sign, or on your call there. I apologize, I don't know what's happening, man. It was just clear a minute or two earlier.
No worries. If you can't hear me, then it was 7-3, I guess, but you have a nice day, all right?
Yeah, roger that, Andrew. Wish you the best there, man. I wish it was a little bit better here. Yesterday was a great day for calling CQ, but not so much today. I would say 73s. I got you in the logbook, Andrew, and I'll log it on QRZ 5 and 5 both ways, and maybe if the noise settles down a little bit, maybe we can talk again. Over.
Yeah, how's about now? I might have been overdriving my mic there. I just realized it was kind of peaking there. So how do I sound now?
Yeah, the noise is well over 5.9. Well over 5.9. It was just like quiet. So anyways, I'm going to say 73s. Hey, thanks for trying. I'm sure wish to talk to you at another time here. And thank you for Ohio. I appreciate it. 73s from South Florida, Kilo 8 and Alpha Romeo Hotel. This is Kilo 8, November, Whiskey, November. Steve, how's that? Let me try another frequency. Whiskey 3, Mike, go.
Beautiful. Well, there you go. I had to kind of hunt for a lot of people working today. But seems like I actually broke through and got a contact. So also, this is not the most ideal setup. I mean, I'm maybe 2 foot from the side of my house. I've got a big metal basketball pole here. I've got my truck right next to it. So either way, I'm impressed with how well I can hear. And I think the static you might have been heard, and I might have been overdriving my mic a bit. I don't know if you could see on there if it was peaking up a little bit. But. So I was able to make a contact. I think next step is I need to get out to a park or somewhere that's not, a couple feet from my house and see how this actually works. I mean, setup and takedown's pretty quick. You can get it pretty close with just just kind of guessing where you want your, if you use that little card, guess how long you need your whips to be. That's pretty awesome. That's also why I kind of opted for the G90. I'm going to use the G90 with this because it has a built-in SWR scanner. So that's one less thing I got to carry. I like this setup. It's pretty a versatile setup. So make sure you subscribe, stick around, and I'll be taking this out and doing an actual field test with it and seeing how I like it in an actual environment, not just, a couple feet from my truck and my house where it's probably not performing the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down here and then we'll close out the video. I'll coil this up later. Now, one thing I noticed with cheaper things, with this, the what is it, 10 by 24 threaded rod, on a lot of the cheaper things, these nuts will actually back out when you try to take the whip off. And you know what? It does not happen with this at all, because I went to grab the nut immediately and it didn't move. So that's pretty neat. It's nice actually having quality things. I also need to try out the vertical element. But that is for a different day, because I am freezing my butt off right now. All right, let's get this. And I won't cheat, I will completely close it up. Oops. Oh, well, and there we go. We're cleaned up. So that was pretty quick. Let me just go and shove this back in the box here so everything stays together. So quick setup, quick teardown. Nice high quality parts. I think this thing's a slam dunk. The only thing I might have a problem with is the price. It's $600. But you're getting basically, you're getting 2 antennas in this configuration that'll handle 2 through 40. And then if you spend a little bit more, you can get the Delta Match unit, and you can have a Delta Loop configuration as well. So yes, it's expensive, but it's also quality. It's also made in America. It's also versatile, and I think this would be good for something like a field day, or like we do public outreach days in our club, where we'll set up at like the museum center or something like that. I think it'd be great for that, because it's also pretty compact. It doesn't take up a ton of room, and it's stable. It's really stable with this Surveyor's tripod. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some links in the description. I'm gonna be doing more testing on this out in the field, so stick around if you want to see that. I got a couple more antennas from them to test. I know I've got a mag loop, I've got their UV6, and then I've already talked about the UV4X. So stick around if you want to hear about those. Also down in the description, you'll find some affiliate links. You'll find my socials, Instagram, Patreon. Working on setting up a store where you guys can buy my 3D prints. I'm gonna be honest with you 100%, my 3D prints are not the same quality as Alpha antennas. That is some serious 3D print quality. So that's all the time I have for today. This is the Bro Camp saying 73. Okay, over, under, over, under. Did I do that right? Oh.